All right, so we're about to start running ads to our funnel, and this is for the purposes of growing our agency. And so with the agency funnels, you typically see VSL call funnels being used. So people will watch a video, they'll opt in, they'll book a call. If the people running the funnel are smart, they'll put some screeners ahead of the call, calendar being shown, and then they'll finally see a thank you page, and then the thank you page will have instructions to add the event to the calendar, and then like a video to kick off an understanding of how the unique process works. So that's the typical VSL call funnel. And what I'm gonna tweak here with this typical funnel is just testing out this new idea that I picked up recently from Vince Reed, a digital marketer, around making the funnel gateless. So it's the title of this note, gateless funnels. So the idea here is, as you can probably imagine, is just removing the gate, removing the opt-in page, at least for some time, and allowing cold traffic to come, land on the page, and see your video in question. And his logic is just that if people see your offers, the more offers that you make, the more sales that you get. And so what a VSL typically does, as I said before, is it has an opt-in page, and it acts like a brick wall. So people don't get through to seeing your offers. So if you just remove that or push it down the line a little bit, just after they've warmed up to what you're trying to say, you're going to get better quality leads, but also more people come through. So I'm going to add that in. And luckily, I remember buying some lifetime deal on some software that allows me to have this functionality of a video with a delayed time pop-up. So it's basically like a Wistia clone. So with the analytics in the back end as well. But anyway, a video with a delayed time pop-up, get the opt-in, and then a button embedded in the video too, which is really cool. And so yeah, I'm going to try that. And then the rest of the funnel is the same. So the VSL button books, the call or sends people to the calendar, all that's good. Okay. And then the other funnel I want to run alongside this to test, because I like to, experiment and have A/B test running, is the self-liquidating offer funnel. Now, this will be a little bit more time consuming to get ready. So I'm going to have to put my thinking cap on. But what we're going to do effectively is, and just a quick overview if you've not quite seen this funnel before, this is the typical free book plus shipping funnel, or the buy this PDF funnel, this small template, some digital product, some tight little tool is used as a front end, and when you get in, you're then taken on some upsells. That's the typical funnel here, the low ticket offer funnel. So again, what we could do here is, after they finished and landed on the thank you page, is they are invited to book a call, just very much the same as the classic VSL call. And so they'll book a call, and then they'll see the final post call thank you page too. Okay, so we're just basically attaching the end of the VSL funnel to the end of the low ticket funnel. So that's something that I want to try. The thing to note, as I was saying, where this will cause some delay, is we need to repurpose things that will be valuable to put into the different steps of this funnel. So, we've got internal SOPs that I think we could carve out, polish, and reformat, redesign, and make available into this funnel. But also we have to think of the sequencing too. So typically when you have products in an SLO funnel, they seamlessly link from one problem to the next. So what I mean is, a loop is opened with the first product. So this front end product, for example, might be how to pick content ideas as a content creator, let's say, or how to research them, pick them. So that's fine. That problem is now solved with the front end purchase, and the order bumps make the purchase go faster, easier, or even more effective, better. Okay, that's what the order bumps do. And Sorry, you can't see that. And so that's fine. That's all well and good. But as I said, it creates an open loop for the next problem. So the next problem in this case would be, okay, now I've got this content. How do I format it for different social platforms, for example? So there we might have like, use this AI prompt to, or this AI tool, maybe we like custom code an AI tool, use this to reformat and repurpose your content in 1 or 2 clicks. Okay, so that might be the next thing. And so it just goes on and on. Each thing that you're presenting the customer is addressing the point from before. Okay, so you're creating this like never-ending staircase of solutions based on the previous thing that they bought into. So anyway, all of that to say is like, that's something to think about. That will delay me a little bit in getting this live, but I think there should not be any real delay to getting this funnel ready. Obviously I need to write a banger VSL, of course, so that's definitely something to occupy me with. And then of course the final funnel, which is probably my favorite, is the webinar funnel. So this is like the typical like register here, details are shown here, they go and either they watch it live with a chat, or they watch it evergreen. And the difference between a VSL and a webinar is that live element, or that at least feeling of being live, being with others, and that social proof element that there's others in this room with me watching this. So that's the benefit that you get. And like a delay of a button that appears at a certain point, and then it goes to the kind of same page, same landing type page as the SLO funnel. So just detailed sales page with information around the product. Or I've seen people just take people straight to checkout as well. So just, it's either or let me actually put like a slash, just checkout. So just an order form, put your card details here, and a reminder of here's what you're going to get today, yada yada. And then if you, you can, if you want to, chuck this back on the end of the funnel as well. It makes sense, right? While you've got them, and if you do have the back end, why not send them to? Cool. So that's what I'm thinking. I think it would be a lot to do with just me and a couple of VAs to do the webinar funnel, because that needs to be really tight and good as well. But I'll work on that over time. So I think for now I'm going to start with these first 2 funnels, the VSL call funnel and the VSL call and the SLO funnel, and then later down the line I will add in the webinar funnel, because I think if you do have a business that's built on one funnel and it's working, that is great if obviously it's working, but it's also vulnerable too. So it could like easily rise up in costs, or it's just vulnerable. I just don't like the idea that a business is built on one acquisition means. And same with traffic as well. I don't like either paid or either organic. I like both. But again, these things need to be built over time. So I do understand that whole idea of 1, 1, 1, 1. I fully agree with that. But slowly, can you just, with your, there we go, my hands are in the right frame now, with your like stack of one avatar, one problem, one solution, one acquisition channel, with that, can you here, as I'm showing, just have different means in which they come in to your world and to that stack? So that's kind of what's on my mind. Hope this is helpful. I'm going to report back for sure. I will, with how this gets on, and that's really the point of this video, is to hold myself accountable, if anything, as to how we get on. So just to recap, I'm going to first start with the VSL. So my immediate actions are to write the VSL and push to the call, and then as soon as that's done, I'm going to get on with the SLO. That will take probably a good few hours to just pull out things that I can turn into valuable products and find the right price because the price and the value discrepancy needs to be there as well, meaning that the value needs to be higher than what we charge. At least I like a 10x multiple. So we'll figure that out too. That'll take a little time, but you know, whether we source it, create it in-house, whatever, we'll get that done. And then probably once these are ticking, we'll launch our webinar funnel. But I'm not going to rush that. That needs to be really good. And I would love to do a live one of that, because I haven't done a live webinar in quite some time. So yeah, there we go. Let's see how we get on.